future. You might think fame would come at ease. Had to believe. And you know you're on a mission, yeah. Yeah, Faye. But it's not every day. I try to save a situation, then I end up misbehaving. Hey now, what you say now? About to put it down. Yeah, come and vibe with the Faye now. We in the future and it's great now. And everyone's gonna change now. Let's go. That's so faded. It's the future I can see. That's so faded. It's the manifest for me. That's so faded. It's the future I can see. That's so faded. It's the coin that I can see. Yeah. Yep, that's me.
First story time. This vlog is gonna be basically me talking about my experience, I guess, like growing up. Growing up for real. I mean, between the ages of 18 and I am now 24. So I call that growing up because that's your almost adult years, the years where you are learning to become an adult, basically. And then you hit your mid 20s and you're like, whoa, like I'm here. Now it's time to like buckle down and be for real.
Bitch, be for real.
Right? So through my growing up years, being 18, I remember like graduating high school. First of all, I remember being way too excited to graduate high school, but like it was almost like I still wasn't like certain what I was doing.
The fuck is that?
So I knew I was taking a year off, and at the time I was doing auditioning in New York City, and I actually ended up getting into a play off Broadway, basically, as a lead in an off-Broadway play. But it was like off-Broadway, but it wasn't like official off-Broadway. And what I mean by that is like the contract was kind of shady. He didn't even pay us all our money. So I wanted to get out of this stuck place that I was in. On my journey of planning on going out there is when I decided, oh, I can go to school. American Academy of Dramatic Arts. What's up, y'all? Puss poppin'. And I remember my brother gave me this tip: when you go, make good friends and good connections. I didn't really listen to him that well, clearly, because I didn't make that great connections. I was worried about my grades because that's how I grew up. I grew up worrying about A's, B's, passing. I originally planned to live in my car and get a job at a gym. And my dad said, okay, cool. And then my mom said no. And then I told my dad that my mom said no. And my dad then said no. He was like, oh, I thought you were kidding. Okay. Yeah, so then I ended up looking for roommates, found 2 roommates, Claudine, Nathan, and then we found 2 more roommates. So there were 5 of us. So moved out to Los Angeles, like right by Paramount Studios, and there was 5 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment. 2 girls in one room, 2 guys in the other room, and then I chose the living room because it was cheaper. So anyway, I just stopped to walk into the McDonald's I'm about to walk into and use the bathroom in. But what was I saying? So this McDonald's was either haunted or... Lately, I've been changing every single one of my fearful moments into parties or prayers. But anyways, let's get back to the vlog. So, to this acting school. I went to an acting school. It was basically like a full-time job because it was like the schedule was Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Yes, sometimes like we would have an hour or 2 break in between our classes, but it was basically like a full-time job because it's not like I could really do too much in between the like lunch period or break period or whatever. So I had the full-time job with school, And don't get me wrong, it was a good school. I feel like it would have been a better experience for me if I wasn't so stressed out about my bill. Like, if I could freely just be there and exist and like engulf myself in school, then it would have been great. But it wasn't as great of an experience as it could have been, I should say. And so basically, I would get home at like 11 p.m., 10 p.m. at night, and then I would still have to write an essay on like acting history or do diphthongs. Does anyone know what diphthongs are? Okay, if you know what diphthongs are, like, leave a bird emoji in the comments below, because then we'll know who studied standard American dialect. My boyfriend had moved in with me and Claudine, my roommate. That didn't last too long. And then between like letting people stay because someone needed somewhere to sleep, and then my bonus baby came to move in with us, and we had been planning to move down to Georgia because that's what we wanted to do anyways. To save more money, I had this idea to move cross country back to New Jersey, where I'm from. And so I moved from New Jersey cross country to California, and now I'm going back just to save money. And so we had a plan to help my mom get a house, and we were gonna stay in it for a couple months and kind of save money. Save money to go ahead and move down here to Georgia and get a house, or, you know, a bigger place. We wanted a 2-bedroom place so that we could have baby room, us, in the living room, like a communal space for everyone to spread out and have their space. And so we moved to New Jersey in November of 2020. It wasn't planned out that well because all in all, my mom, and my brother, the 3 of us, were planning this, but the communication was horrible. No, never again, because the 3 of us thought 3 different things. Long story short, my mom couldn't take the stress of having all these people in her apartment because none of us were on the lease. So she basically was like, you guys have to go. And for me, it was something like, dang, I threw my whole life away. And that was my choice. That was completely my choice. I take complete responsibility for that. But I threw my whole life away, and now I'm not ready to get a place on my own. So it was very like, and of course, there was also more people involved in that. There was my boyfriend, there was my stepdaughter. The 3 of us came and stayed with my mom. So everything falling apart, life just tumbling to the floor. So that was crazy. And so here I am driving through Georgia, honestly feeling like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be every time I look around the corner, working at a gym, or maybe not really working that much. But it's a fun job because I get to work out for free and still do my job, and I love it. And also finding new grocery stores. There's even more vegan options down in the South than in New Jersey. So I went grocery shopping at Sprouts, and I did good. I didn't spend more than $200. The last time I went shopping, I spent more than $200. But this time I actually have food in my house. Last time I didn't have anything in my house to even eat, so I had to buy like the tiny condiments that most people have, like peanut butter, olive oil, butter, a bunch of the basics, ketchup, a bunch of the stuff that you normally have in your house. I had to buy, so I had an excuse because I was moving. So Now, I only spent like $150. That's how we do. We let the food run out and then we go shopping again. But this time around, I think I'm gonna buy like essential things that I need for certain meals. But I did stock up on pasta this time around. Where are my keys? I hope you guys are the type of people that put your card back when you're done. Don't be that person who just leaves it next to someone else's car.
You can dance with angels, and I just wanna fly, fly. Wanna be free.
I started the camera on accident.
Wanna be free. I just wanna fly, fly. Wanna be